They came from the cold.
From lands where the earth was hard, the seas were cruel, and survival demanded strength. To the rest of the world, they were monsters. To themselves, they were warriors chosen by the gods. This is the story of the Vikings and how fear built their empire. The Vikings came from Scandinavia, the lands we now call Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. Life there was unforgiving. Farming was unreliable. Winters lasted most of the year. Food was never guaranteed. From childhood, men were taught that weakness meant death. Strength was not admired. It was required. Their beliefs shaped everything. They worshipped gods of war, storms, and fate. Odin, the All-Father, valued wisdom and sacrifice. Thor ruled thunder and battle. But the most powerful belief was death itself. A Viking did not fear dying in battle. To die fighting was an honor. Those who fell with a weapon in hand would be chosen by the Valkyries and taken to Valhalla, where warriors would feast and fight forever until the end of the world. A man who believes this does not run. He charges. In the year 793, the world truly met the Vikings. Their ships appeared off the coast of England near a holy place called Lindisfarne. The monks inside were defenseless. There were no walls, no soldiers, only prayer. The Vikings attacked without warning. They killed, looted, and burned the monastery to the ground. Europe was horrified. Even kings were shocked. From that day forward, churches prayed not for mercy, but for protection from the Northmen. The Vikings' greatest weapon was not just violence. It was speed. Their longships were masterpieces of design, light enough to be carried across land, fast enough to outrun enemies, able to cross open seas and sail deep into rivers. They struck quickly and disappeared before armies could respond. No place felt safe. Not cities, not monasteries, not kings. As raids became conquests, Vikings began to settle. They took land in England and created the Danelaw. They ruled parts of Ireland and Scotland. In France, a Viking leader was granted land by the king, land that became known as Normandy. The raiders were now rulers. Among them rose legendary figures. One of the most famous was Ragnar Lothbrok, part man, part myth, a warrior who challenged kings and crossed unknown seas. He led brutal raids into England and Paris, humiliating powerful rulers. But even Ragnar could fall. Captured by an English king, he was thrown into a pit of snakes. Legend says he did not scream. He welcomed death, knowing his sons would avenge him. And they did. Ragnar's sons, Ivar the Boneless, Bjorn Ironside, Ubba, and others, gathered one of the largest Viking armies ever seen. It became known as the Great Heathen Army. They invaded England not for gold, but revenge. Cities were destroyed. Kings were executed. Entire kingdoms collapsed under their march. Fear spread faster than their ships. Yet the Vikings were more than warriors. They were traitors. Bye-bye.
I want to use my real voice for this part, because it's really important. I want everybody who's listening, please focus. The Vikings' world was built on reputation. A man's name was worth more than gold. Like, stories of bravery were passed from father to son, from village to village. To be remembered was a form of immortality. To be forgotten was worse than death. From a young age, Viking boys were trained for war. They learned to use the axe before they learned to write. Pain was not avoided, it was endured. Because in their world, suffering created strength. A warrior who could not endure his pain could not survive in battle. Women in Vikings society were not powerless. They owned land, commanded households, and sometimes stood on the battlefield. Shield maidens became symbols of both fear and honor. This was not a society of softness, it was a society of forget by necessity. Before like every raid, rituals were performed, sacrifices were made to the gods. Weapons were blessed, warriors prepared themselves not only for victory but for death, because in Vikings' belief, fate was already written, and the only choice left because in Vikings' belief, fate was already written, and the only choice left was how bravely you face it. Yup, that's it. I hope you liked the video. Please like and share and comment and subscribe. And that's it. That's my real voice. Yeah, I like to, reveal my real voice. Now, thank you all, and I'll keep you watching those historical videos, footages.